Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Running it again with Dobbins. And they had that one contained right at the line. Jalen Thompson, the man on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10 now. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throw left side, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Throw caught at the 6. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. DJ Dallas now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Connor trying the right side. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Stopped by Deion Henley. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Connor on the inside give. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Play action now, Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Running this with Connor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Wilson on the give, headed left. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Murray to throw here on third. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. On the give, this is Connor. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a second down. Right back to Connor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Murray on the play fake. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away. They could have gone for it for sure, Kate. I'm sure there's some folks on that sideline asking why they didn't go for a touchdown. But they took what they felt like was a guaranteed 3 points. But that miss is a stunning reminder. There is never a guarantee in the NFL.
And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Go.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Chargers with a long ways to go for a score. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action now for Herbert. Buying some time right. Finds a man right side. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Flush down now to his left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Let's go.
Another try following the sack. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, we have seen the value of a big, physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Herbert from the gun. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. L.A. uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
It's Herbert once more. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kaiser White has it. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
1st and 10, Murray. Stays, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff goes to Connor, running left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Kyler to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's got Harrison. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st. A toss running right, Dobbins. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Complete over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 16. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Chargers football as they try to hang on to a lead. Second and 3 now. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Spins out one stop, and he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second-effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Now, probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Finds him on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Murray here on 1st down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That's good for a Cardinals.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He beams one deep right side. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. He's on the move. He's on the move. They pick up 20 yards there. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Herbert on 1st down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. He gets caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Herbert to throw once more. He has it. And he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Dallas with a return. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Murray setting up to throw. Wilson's got it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Fits it through the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Back to the air, Murray. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. QB sneak coming. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cardinals get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Cardinals shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Now Prater on to send it away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. They decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown to knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So the Chargers take this one on the road. Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be. But even with the added boost from the friendly confines, couldn't will them to the victory.
Yeah, sometimes it just isn't your game. You're never going to win them all, even at home. But what's important now is learning from this defeat, hitting the film room, hitting the weights, making sure this doesn't happen again. Don't let this loss beat you twice.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Glendale.
Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Hit on red. Here we go.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game. Second and a yard.
Hey, hey, hey.
Once again, it's Etienne.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Lisa 24.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Red on red. Silver.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
Red 23. 11. Red.
To throw is Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And on third down, that ball incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, there we go. Right, check. We're going to 54. Wide in.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Mason Smith on the stop.
Kill.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll run with Dowdle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Cooks going in motion. Second down, Prescott. That's down the field for Lamb. That is hard. And he will score. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield, and this one is blocked. We are through 1. 6-0 is our score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Here we go.
They go play action for Lawrence. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
30 left. Hey, run.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll let one go deep for Kirk.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Dak going to work it to Lamb on the RPO. He's to the 40, to the 20, and he will dive into the end zone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try. In motion, Lamb. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Hey, go.
They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Here's first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Lawrence now. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas.
Let's go.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping him. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll go back to Etienne on first down. Has some room inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
11. On red. Here we go, son.
Now here's Lawrence. That is intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house.
And he will score again. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this two-point try. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Hey.
Throwing is Lawrence. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Hey, kill.
And the Jaguars first down.
13, Luke.
On first and 10, Lawrence. He's going to air this out for Davis. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Red on red. Go, let's go. Here we go.
To throw is Lawrence. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
That is caught. What a throw. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the deficit. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go. Right there. Here we go, 46. 26.
Pistol now for Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's C.D. Lamb. Trying to get to that pylon, not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A huge play just before the half. Gains an even 70 yards. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think everyone in the stadium is expecting a run there. So what do on these early downs? You call play action. I love it. You're hoping to catch them off guard and selling out on the run here down near the goal line, but the defense was ready for it. Nowhere to go with the ball. It's a really nice job there by the defense, staying disciplined in their coverage.
And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss. Third and goal. Cooks going in motion. They'll try to pick this up with a jet sweep. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
27, Jaguars 7. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Easy, Ralph.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Cavante Turpin on the return. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. We're going to be back up now to start this drive. In motion, Lamb. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Here we go, 47.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
And his great game continues, and all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays, but I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
In motion, Lamb. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Play action now. Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Dak going to throw it here on first down. To the outside, looked in by Lamb.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Prescott. This pass right side caught by Lamb. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Dak. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback. Not only getting outside the pocket, buying more time for his receivers, but then finding a man open who's able to pick up enough to move the chains.
Yeah! Here we go. Going to 52.
Prescott on 1st down. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Not much there, maybe a yard. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. In motion, Lamb. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Dak to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And now it's 4th and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try. He'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Ron. Silver.
Here's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
All right, let's go. 30 left. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Now Dowdle. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Kill. Here we go, 47.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd and 9.
Yeah! There we go! Let it take! Under.
In motion, Lamb.
Hey, 47!
2nd down, Prescott. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Hey, kill!
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
On red.
Lawrence now. To the goal line and in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Then we're going to 52. Hey, kill! Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll drop to throw. That one downfield for Cooks. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. That one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Hendricks. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
1st down, Prescott. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
11, Agate.
On first down, Lawrence. Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Hey, kill. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. Why? Going to 53. Here we go, 46, 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. On second down, it's Dak. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd.
I got to be honest, Mike, I'm a little surprised in the fact that they're even deciding to throw the ball given the situation. I mean, it's unlikely that that decision will cost them the game, but stranger things have happened on a football field.
This is first and 10.
11.
Lawrence going up top. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Now here's Lawrence. Down the field, he's got Washington. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's first down.
Lisa 24. Silver.
Throwing is Lawrence. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll bring up second down.
Red on red.
To throw is Lawrence. And for a third time today. Now look out. That ball is free in the end zone. It is picked up by the defense. Well, sometimes the offense tries to make a little too much happen, try to pitch it around, get an extra few yards, except they lose the ball, and the defense will take over.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what happened here. That's just a prime example of a player just doing a little too much. Just secure the ball, get as many yards as you can, and make sure your team ends up still possessing the ball.
We're going to 54. Why? Everybody kill.
On first and 10, Prescott. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
A gain of 30. And the Cowboy first down.
Kill. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, 47. Hey, 47. 26.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. He's going to try it here again. That's caught. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
In motion, Lamb.
Kill. 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting